Serino, and today we're going to talk about dream interpretation from a shamanic perspective. So from this perspective, we remember that we shift from all is physical to all is energy, and that all is alive, aware, and responsive. And that includes the different aspects of our dreams, the different components that make up the dream, as well as the entirety of the dream itself. So sometimes we have dreams that we wake up and they leave us in a place of fear or sadness. We're not really sure what they're trying to tell us, or they continue to reoccur sometimes, and it gets to us. We start to become fearful in the waking world of what these dreams are trying to show us. So there are ways to go within ourselves and to interpret them and to change them, so that way that we can understand the lessons that they're trying to bring, and we could bring about a more positive change in our own lives. So the first thing we want to understand about interpretation of dreams is that you are the best interpreter of your own dream. I know there are a lot of books out there and a lot of information out there that talk about dream meanings and different components of the dream, but in essence, you are the best interpreter. So the first thing we want to do when we wake up from a dream that might be bothering us or that might have caused us a lot of anxiety or fear is we want to sit in a meditative space. We want to try to just remember the dream, just so we could hold on to it. Sometimes they go away fairly quickly after we wake up. And then we want to consciously go back into that dream. Now, we could look at our dreams as components and different parts of the dream specifically, or we could kind of imagine that the whole dream is enclosed in some snow globe, and we could communicate with the dream itself. So, for example, if we're in a dream and someone's chasing us, we could view the whole dream. We could go back into that meditative state and see the dream as a whole, or we could specifically put our attention on the person or thing that's chasing us and work with that as a component. So once we go into the dream consciously and in our awake state, there's then three options we could use to help modify the dream in some way. And because dreams can be interpreted as part of our own belief systems and thought patterns that we carry, by changing the dream or modifying the dream, we're actually changing that pattern within ourselves, bringing forth whatever lessons that it's trying to show us. So the first thing that we could use is changing our reaction to the dream. When we go into the dream, we'll use the example I gave of someone chasing us. We could sit in the dream, and as we go through, we could watch them chase us, and instead of continuing to run, we could then turn and face the person or the object, and we could change our approach. We could stop, and instead of being fearful, we could come from a place of peace, and we could then just ask them, what are you trying to show me? And typically they'll just respond. They'll give you an answer. You'll feel a spontaneous bit of information kind of show up in your mind, and they'll show you something that you need to understand. If you do that at first and nothing really comes, you might have a little subconscious block to an answer that wants to come through. So just in that moment, give yourself a creative interpretation. Create an answer for yourself, and continue to go forward. After a couple times of doing this, you'll start to see information will just spontaneously show up when you ask these questions. The second thing we can do is we could allow the dream to play out. Sometimes we get through a dream, and at a certain point every time we wake up, it's at that point that we want to continue to let the dream play out. And sometimes, in most cases actually, the dream will play out and come out with a positive outcome if we just let it finish its course. The third, change the actual experience itself. If someone's chasing you and you feel they're chasing you with a knife and you're scared, go in there consciously and change it to they're chasing you with flowers, trying to give you flowers. Change it into something positive that brings about a lighthearted attitude. You know, if there's somebody chasing with flowers, to give you flowers, feel yourself fill up with joy and laughter and relief that it's not something scary. and you'll change that inner pattern within. And once you do that, you may find that you'll gain an incredible amount of self-confidence for facing this fear that is being brought about in the dream, as well as a boost in your own skills and your own confidence in your intuition, that you could utilize your dreams as a way to help change your own inner reality. If you're continuously working with your dreams and you're not seeing any progress, I recommend that you try to do this meditation, or try to pick one of the techniques and continually do the meditation for a few weeks, once a day at least, for a few minutes. You're working on changing your inner subconscious patterns. So once or twice more than you think you need to do it might be very beneficial. I also recommend journaling, keeping track of the dreams themselves so you can remember what they are, keeping track of the progress that you make and what you do when you go into your dream consciously in a meditation, and what you change within the dream. A journaling process will allow you to see the changes within yourself, even if they're more subtle over time. They'll help you bring back that confidence that you're actually completing something and making progress. So in this video we talked about how to interpret dreams from a shamanic perspective. And if we're having a negative experience or a reoccurring dream that's causing us some sort of uneasiness, there's 3 different methods we could use to go in there and modify it and change the inner pattern. And those 3 things are changing our response or our reaction to the dream, letting the dream play out past the point where we wake up, or also changing the experience of the dream itself. Continue learning and checking out more videos like this. Check out www.catacomb.tv.